Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Ultra Vision Academy. So this is 11th Science English Medium computer subject. As we have completed 6 chapters in our syllabus, so now let's start chapter number 7, that is Vim editor and basic scripting. Actually, Linux programming is known as scripting. So first of all, let us understand what is programming. You must know the concept of programming. Various types of software are created in computer languages using programs. So in this chapter we have to study how to create simple programs in Linux, and these programs are known as scripts. In the previous chapter we have studied the Linux commands. So here in this chapter, first of all we have to see what is a script. Script is nothing but Linux programming file. Linux programming file is known as script. In a script we can store various Linux commands. As we have seen several commands of Linux operating system. For example, ls means to see the list of files and folders. Then there is a command cat. Using cat command we can create a new file. Otherwise we can also view the contents of an existing file. So echo command, that is used to print something on screen. Then mkdir command, that is used to create a directory. So all these are the commands that we have seen previously. Now we have to create a script. So we can create a simple file. For example, let's give name ABC. The extension of a script file must be .sh. But actually it's not compulsory to give extension. If you don't give extension, then doesn't matter. In Linux, remember, extension is not important for a file. In Windows, extension is very important, but in Linux operating system, if we don't give extension for a file, then doesn't matter. So we can create a file named ABC. We can store few commands. For example, let's give one command ls, that is used to see the list of files and folders. Now if you want to see hidden files also, then you can give command ls-a. Then let's give third command, that is cal 09 2020, means it will show the calendar of September 2020. So all these 3 commands we can store in ABC file, and then when there is a need we can execute this file. So when we execute this file, what it will do, it will execute all the commands given inside ABC file one by one. So this is the concept of a scripting. Actually it is more than that. Not only commands, but we can also use various types of logics. So this we have to see in chapter number 7 and 8, that is Linux scripting. And this, remember, ABC file, this is known as Linux shell file. If you remember, in the previous chapter we have seen about Linux shell files. We have studied that there are 4 shell files: Bourne shell, C shell, Korn shell, and bash shell. But actually all these are the Linux shells. It means these shells are created for Linux operating system. Same way, now we have to create our own shell file, and we can use various types of commands, or we can use various logics in that file. And remember, the extension of such shell file must be .sh. Now if you want to create such file, then you can use any text editor. For example, in Windows there is Notepad, or in Linux operating system there is a gedit program similar to Notepad. But remember, both these editors are known as graphical editors. Remember, Notepad in Windows and gedit in Linux operating system. Both these are graphical editors. It is because while creating any detail in this editors, we can use menu options. For example, let's start Notepad. Now in Notepad you can create a shell file. It means you can store commands, and then if you want to save this file, then you can use file save option. So this is menu based system, and for writing commands or logic and storing into file and executing it, it is very tedious work. Actually it takes time. Instead of that, there are few editors which are very simple, and it provides command line interface where we can create shell script very easily and execute it. Such editors are Nano, Pico, Vi, or you can say Vim, Ed. These are the editors that we have to use. Remember, there are two types of Linux available. One is known as GNOME and another is known as KDE. So gedit is a graphical editor available in GNOME. Remember, gedit, that is similar to Notepad, but that is available in GNOME desktop of Linux operating system. Same way, if it is KDE desktop in Linux, for Linux, then there is a program named kwrite. So kwrite is a graphical editor that is available in KDE desktop environment of Linux. But actually, if you want to work fast, if you want to create a shell file and there only if you want to execute it, then we must use very simple text editors like Nano, Pico, Vim or Ed. Remember, in this chapter we have to use Vim editor. Actually, Linux operating system is based on the previous old operating system, that is Unix. So first they developed Unix operating system. Actually Unix was not free source, open source. It was licensed software. From Unix operating system, the Linus Torvald developed Linux operating system that is totally free. So in Unix operating system, remember, in Unix operating system there was editor known as Vi editor. In Linux there is improved version of Vi editor, and that is why it is known as Vim. Vim editor. So remember, the Vim means VI improved, is a text editor written by Bram Moolenaar. This is the name of person, and first released publicly in 1991. In the same year, the Linus Torvald also developed Linux operating system. So it is an enhanced version of VI editor, distributed with most Unix systems. Remember, VIM is a highly configurable text editor built to enable efficient text editing. It means we can work very efficiently, but actually it needs practice, otherwise it is very tedious or hard. The Vim editor can be used from both command line interface and as a standalone application in a graphical user interface also. So at both places, graphical interface and also at command place, we can use. Actually we have to use at command place because we are working in terminal. So now let's see how Vim editor works. For that we will start Cloud Shell. This is internet based terminal interface. So if you don't want to install Linux operating system in your computer, then you can use Cloud Shell editor, and you can note down the address that is given here. Now whatever login you are using, it will create a directory of that name. So here we will see how to create shell file. So VI editor. First of all, let's see how VI editor works. Either you can say VI editor or you can say Vim editor, doesn't matter. Remember, Vim editor or VI editor works in 3 different modes. 3 different modes. Number 1, first is command mode. Next is insert mode, and third is colon mode. For colon mode, you can also use word last line mode. So remember, there are 3 modes: command mode, insert mode, and last line mode, or you can say colon mode. Now remember, command line mode is used to give and execute commands. Commands means when there is a need to save file or to open an existing file. At that time, we don't need to write in a file. We need to open file or to save file. So these are the commands that can also be executed from command line. So if you want to give such commands, then you have to use command mode. And Linux remains in any one mode, either in command mode or insert mode or colon mode. But remember, whenever you start Vim editor, it starts in command mode. When you start Linux operating, when you start Vim editor, it starts in command mode. So when you are in command mode, at that time you need to write something in your file, newly created file. Now if you want to write something in your file, then you have to be in insert mode. So remember, insert mode is used to write something in file. If If you want to write something in a file, then you have to be in insert mode. Whereas command mode, remember, command mode is used to give small commands made up of 1 or 2 characters, maximum 1 or 2 characters. So remember 3 different modes of Vim editor: command mode, insert mode and colon mode. When you start Vim editor, it starts in command mode. So after that we need to move to insert mode. Now remember, if you want to move from command mode to insert mode, then we have to use small a. So small a is a character that is used to move from command mode to insert mode. See, when you press A, you are in command mode, so it will not allow you to write something in file. Instead of that, when you press A in command mode, it will understand that you want to write something. So after typing A, you will be able to write something in a file. So just now remember, small a is used to move from command mode to insert mode. Actually, there are different ways to move from command mode to insert mode, but just now remember small a. So while working in terminal, in front of dollar prompt, what we have to do, we have to type vi and then file name. So here vi starts Vim editor and abc will be the name of file. But remember, while giving file name, you have to be cautious. You have to check whether the abc file exists, or if it is not directory. If it is directory, then it will not allow you to save that file. So vi file name. When you start Vim editor and new file is created, it will show you tilde sign. It will show you tilde sign at each and every line. So at the start of each and every line, it will show you tilde sign. Let's see how it shows. So let's move to our command prompt, Cloud Shell. First of all, you must check which files and directories are there. See, we were going to create abc, but actually abc file is there. So let's remove this file, rm abc, clear ls. Now abc file is not there. So if you want to create a new file of abc name, then we have to give vi abc. So when you give enter, it will start Vim editor. This is Vim editor, and you can see here on each and every line it shows tilde sign. In the last line it shows the file name, and inside square bracket it shows new file. It means this is new file. As we have seen the 3 different modes of Vim editor: command mode, insert mode and colon mode. So just now we are in command mode, so it will not allow you to write anything. If you want to write something in this abc file, then you have to press A first. So when you press A, nothing will happen, but you can see here at the end it shows insert. It means now you are in insert mode. So let's write something. First of all, we will give clear, then ls command, enter, then ls minus l, enter, then let's use cal command, cal 09 2020, enter. Now we need to save this file. So remember, if you want to save this file, then you have to be in command mode to give command. So you have to move from insert mode to command mode again. As we have seen previously, that if you want to move from command mode to insert mode, then you have to give small a. And now if you want to move from insert mode to command mode, then you have to give escape, the very first key given in keyboard at the top left corner. So when you press escape key, I am pressing, then you can see here insert mode, whatever written insert, that has been disappeared. So now you are in command mode. Now if you want to execute command, then you have to go to colon mode. So remember, from command mode to colon mode, if you want to move from command mode to colon mode, then you have to press colon sign. So using shift, you can type colon, and you can see here it is typed at the end of the Vim editor, last line. At the last line, colon sign is written, and that is why this mode is also known as last line mode. Now here, if you want to save this file, then you have to give W. W is similar to save. In Microsoft Word or Excel programs, we are pressing Ctrl plus S. There S means to save. Here it is known as to write something in file. Actually that is similar to saving. So here W means write. So colon W will save this file. And if you want to quit Vim editor, that you have to give small q also. So when you give colon WQ, it will save your file and come out of Vim editor. So this way Vim editor works. Remember what you have to do. First of all, you have to give vi file name, then the Vim editor starts in command mode, so you have to press A. When you press A, it will not type A, but you will be in insert mode. Then you have to type program. So here you have to type program, or whatever script you want to type, you can type here. After that, you have to press escape key. When you press escape key, you will move to command mode again from insert mode. After that, you have to type colon. That will take you to colon mode, or you can say last line mode. It is because colon sign gets typed at the last line, and then you have to give WQ to come out of the Vim editor. So these are the sequence of commands that you have to remember. First you have to be in terminal, then you have to give vi file name, then press A to move to insert mode, then type the entire program, then press escape key to move to insert mode, to move to command mode again, and then you have to type colon mode to move to colon mode, and then you have to give command WQ. W means write, Q means quit. So here we have completed how to create a shell script, a shell file. Now let's execute this shell file. So if you want to execute this, then you have to give either bash file name, this command, otherwise you can use sh file name, otherwise you can give / file name. So 3 different ways are there to execute a shell script, a shell file. Let's see. bash file name. See, first it will clear the screen, then it shows the output of ls command, then output of ls-l, and then it shows calendar of September 9, 2020. So this way we can create shell file and execute it. Instead of bash, you can also use sh abc. Let's clear the screen first. Sh file name. Then also it will show you the same result, means it will execute the file. But remember, if you give command /abc, then it will show you message that you don't have execute permission denied. So remember, if you want to execute the file using last command /abc, then first of all you must have execute permission for abc file. When you give command ls-l, then it will show you permissions. Now instead of showing permissions for all the files, let's use abc file only. So ls-l abc, it means just for abc file it will show you permissions and all these details. So here you can see the first dash sign, that shows that this is file. Then it shows rw dash, and that is why if you give /abc, then it's not able to execute this file because X permission is not there by default. But we can obtain this permission using chmod command. So chmod u means we have to give permission to user, plus X means we have to give execute permission for which file? abc file. Enter. When this command doesn't show any error message, then it means that this command has been executed successfully. Now if you give ls-l abc, then it will show you that execute permission is also there, and you can see the color of the file name, green color. Now if you give command /abc, then it will execute it. It will show you the output. So this way we can create a shell file and execute it. I'll show you again the entire process using another name, vi xyz, but let's see first xyz file is there or not. It's not there, so we can give the name vi xyz, then press enter. Then to move to insert mode, press A because you are in command mode. Now you can see insert is written at the last line. It means now we are in insert mode. Now we can write commands, clear ls -a, then let's give another command, ls -l, then let's give cal 10/2021, then let's give date command, date, just date command. It means it will show the entire detail regarding today. Then you have to press escape. So you will move to command mode, then colon sign to move to colon mode, and then WQ to save and quit. After that, if you want to execute, then you can give bash xyz, or you can give sh xyz, then it will show you output. Now if you give command /xyz, then it will show you permission denied back, because by default it doesn't give X permission to any user or group or others. So you have to give command chmod u + x for file name xyz, and then you can give command /xyz, then it will show you the output. So this is the way how we can create a shell script in Linux operating system. So today we will keep up to this. Thank you.